Hello and welcome to another edition of Workforce Watercooler, where you can catch up on all things workforce in South Central Kentucky. I'm Leslie. Joining me as always are John and Brian. We all work for the South Central Workforce Development Board, and we are very happy that you have decided to spend just a few minutes with us. Before we started recording, we were talking about our avatar images that you see, and there's been a little discussion on possibly needing to update those. John brought up that he's been likened to some celebrities, and Brian thinks that his avatar resembles a famous celebrity as well. So we will keep that secret. And Brian, what should someone do if they think they know who you resemble?
Is there any way they can comment? I mean, I know this is recorded, but is there like a format where you can like drop a line or something?
I think they can add in the comment section on
Oh,
YouTube.
there you go. Okay, I heard that might work. Yes.
So yeah, you can if you think you know who Brian thinks he looks like in his avatar image, please drop it in the comment section. So with that, I'll switch over to camera view. And John, why don't you get us started?
All right, thank you, Leslie. Yeah, I thought what I would just to kind of update everybody on today is this morning we received feedback from a state internal or state monitoring, and it just occurred to me, we don't often talk about this aspect of what we do as a public workforce entity, but we are publicly funded and with federal dollars, and there is a lot of oversight that goes into what we do. There's a lot of case management and compliance that's involved, and a lot of financial oversight that's involved. And so we actually get audited twice a year. Once a year, it's by the state, and that's what we just got. We received results back on today, and then we receive an external audit that is actually ongoing right now. I'm happy to report that our state audit that came back this morning, no issues. I mean, initially, the way this works, there's a lot of back and forth. They look at a lot of the compliance things that we do. They look at a lot of the financial things that we do. To make sure that everything we're doing is above board and complies with federal and state law. And, we had a couple of really minor things that came out. And the way this kind of works is they look at it, they identify what they think are a few things. We have a response period, and then they make a judgment. Then they kind of make a determination after that. And so they found there was a few questionable things that they asked us about, and we replied to it, and all responses were accepted, and we basically got a very clean audit result today. So we're very happy about that. Our external audit will conclude here in the next couple of weeks, and we will be presenting that to our board and to our judge executives probably in October. So we feel like we're on good shape on that as well. But we'll have more to report on that here probably in the next 6 weeks.
Fantastic.
So that's it for me. I mean, any questions? I know, Brian, you're going to kind of expand on this a little bit as kind of the newest member of our team.
Yeah, what I would say is there was a project that I was doing. It was earlier this summer. Jessica on staff with us, and she really led me through it since I was I think in my first month or so here. But it was doing an internal audit of the files that these federal dollars pay for with our direct service provider named Career Team. And so they're the entity that operates in the 10 counties. They can be found in person at the Glasgow Career Center and Bowling Green Career Centers. And so anybody coming through from within those 10 counties that gets supportive services or any type of training dollars, then they get a full year of support and case management. But to make sure that we're spending those in the right places and in the right job opportunities and training opportunities that are out there, we do our own internal audit to make sure all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted. But I'll tell you what I enjoyed more out of that process than anything was I got to interview clients that actually had received services and interview staff And it just so happened the staff that we interviewed that are career advisors had a very similar theme that they said, which is that this is like the best job they've ever had, and getting to do what they do and working with the public and working with people that some of them even said they wish they'd have known about these services at certain times in their lives. And so just the message out there to the public is, it does work. It is above board. Obviously, there's a lot of oversight, but it also is enjoyable for the people to actually have as a career to do this, and not just point people in all the different career sectors that are out there and that are hot and that are growing, but to actually see it as a viable job opportunity. And the clients all had really good things to say as well too, that it really did give them an upper hand. So very good to hear that it's working so well.
All right, and Brian, just paperwork. I mean, a lot of tracking of documentation and receipts and
oh yeah,
and providing proof of activities and proof of support. Right? I mean, we really don't ever talk about that a whole lot, but it is very labor intensive and sometimes gets lost in the conversation.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, everybody wants to know that their tax dollars are being used appropriately. And I think everybody, board members and judge executives and obviously staff and anybody on any of these that operates within the system wants to know that it works well and that it's doing things that it needs to do. And so it's very consistently coming to pass that's what's happening. And so we just want to reassure our employer partners, community partners, and even job seekers that this is a legit, for real program. It is still accessible though. So, go to our website or go to our social media and click and refer because it does produce results.
All right.
Well,
thank you,
sadly for all the viewers that have been riding this audit train, I am not going to be covering audits or financial information. And those who know me well would be very relieved because numbers are not my thing. My high school geometry and algebra teachers could attest to that for sure. But what I do want to talk about is our upcoming workforce summit. It is set for October 26th, and I know that's a little ways off, but something that just happened today, I've been sending out requests for a very short survey response, and these are for employers, these are for organizations that provide services to clients, and it'll take about 4 minutes. But what the summit is really focusing on this year is our labor force participation rate. And right now it's at about 59%. And that just in our 10 county region, that equates to about 80,000 people who between the ages of 16 and 64 who are not working. And what this survey is looking for are ideas as to why that's happening and ideas beyond unemployment insurance, because the participation rate has been pretty consistent for a while, even pre-COVID. So we are really trying to get to the root causes. So if you're watching this and you're an employer or you're an community-based organization, please take just a few minutes and give feedback. This is the first step toward working towards some really engaging summit material. And if you're able to take just a few minutes to complete the survey, that will be a huge help to us.
Yeah, it's Leslie, you're spot on. This has been this labor force participation rate number. It's been consistent. It was the same rate pre-COVID. If anything, it's gotten a little worse since then. And 80,000 people across a 10-county region. If we can chip away, if we can figure out what the root causes are, and we can all roll up our sleeves and chip away at this, we're going to make our region more economically vibrant. We have about 8,000 job openings, So 10% of 80,000 is 8,000. If we can knock this 80,000 down by 10%, we can pretty much resolve most of our labor shortages in the region and make our, just make the region much more vibrant and attractive and healthy. So, but we need ideas, and we need people to participate in the survey. We need your feedback.
Absolutely.
And Leslie said, it's more than just an extra $300 a week, which is going to end here in a couple of weeks anyway. I mean, again, this labor force participation that rate existed well before COVID. And so we've got some things we've got to look at. We really have to ask ourselves internally, like, what is going on here? Why aren't more people working? What are the root causes? And is there anything we can do about some of those root causes? How do we attack them? And so we would love your help. We'd love your feedback.
Absolutely. And as I mentioned, the survey that is out as of today, and it's accessible through our website. If you go to southcentralworkforce.com, the link to the survey pops up immediately on our homepage. It's on social media, and we are trying to make it very easy for people to access that, because that is going to be sort of our starting point with our data that we collect. So as many as possible. And as of now, we're planning on the summit being in person, October 26th at the National Corvette Museum. Obviously, we are working on a backup plan as well, should that need to go virtual. But the main thing is survey. It'll take 4 minutes, and it can be a huge help. Any parting thoughts, gentlemen?
No, it's just another good session. I love having the opportunity to share with the public, things that are going on in our world, and invite folks to participate, or as Brian would say, leave a comment.
It's just too easy.
That's
we know
right.
you have an opinion, viewer. Just let us know. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, whatever.
There you go.
Well, thank you both so much. Be sure and join us next week, and thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.